Hi there, welcome back to my channel. I'm Lianne. I just wanted to do a video while this was on my mind. I have a couple of clients actually that are always worried about not doing the right things or doing something wrong, or maybe creating more chaos because they might have had a fleeting thought, or they believed in something. I want to tell you that because this is your reality, what may work for some people or some coaches even may not work for you because you may not believe it. You have to actually believe in what your assumptions are, right? Everyone has their own beliefs and assumptions. And I want you to know that even if I'm coaching, or many of the other more experienced coaches on YouTube, they might be successful in getting their manifestations easier, but I can tell you that most likely all of them, or at least most of them, have had doubts, have gone through the same feelings that you're going through, because I know that I have. Before I knew about law of assumption, I mean, I wasn't born knowing this, so I learned along the way. And then testing it myself, I realized that, okay, this actually works. There's some truth to this. So I have like these assumptions. Let's say if I find a dime on the ground, especially when I'm going through a difficult time, if I'm feeling stressed about something, I have that belief that this is a loved one from heaven, like my dad or my mom, giving me the A-okay, it's going to be fine. Now, you might not believe that, but for me, it makes me feel like this is a sign from above, and that everything is going to be fine, and then everything ends up being fine. And it's probably because I have this assumption deep down that I know already, but I just kind of had that little bit of a clarification by finding that dime. You know what I mean? I know it might be silly, but it's just an example that I can think of off the top of my head. So like I've had some people that believe that, if they see multiple numbers, like the angel numbers as they call them, like 1111 or 222, 333, for example, and they feel that this is a message from their higher self or from their angels. And oh boy, there's lightning out there and thunder. I don't know if you could hear that, but so they might believe that these are signs from above for them to keep pushing through, So whatever it is that you believe is the truth for you. Don't let anybody tell you that you can't believe this, you shouldn't believe that, this is stupid, Like even people who might go to tarot readers, like I understand that it might be triggering if you're hopping on and binge watching and looking for a specific answer, and it's just making you more stressed because you might be hearing a message that you don't want to hear. Then yeah, don't listen to it. But if you actually believe, like if a tarot reader tells you, oh, you're gonna, get this job, and you truly believe in what they said, because it's your belief, because it's your assumption, then you'll get that job. You know what I mean? Don't force it. Don't do anything that somebody else does that, goes against whatever you feel deep inside. Yes, try things out for yourself. Try different things, such as like when we talk about, like how to get into that feeling. Try scripting, try affirming, or visualizing, whatever it is that can help you to get that feeling of, okay, yeah, there's something there, something is shifting, something's moving, and you'll feel it. I remember when I used to first script, I used to write it down at first, I'm so happy and grateful for, and I would write down whatever I'm grateful for, or that I wanted. I didn't have at the moment. So let's say it was like a specific amount of money, or the relationship that I wanted, for example. And I didn't believe it when I was first writing it, and it would actually make me feel a little bit awful inside because I'm like, but I don't have this stuff that I'm writing down, and this is kind of stupid, but I stuck with it. And then eventually it just started feeling more real, and it gave me a little bit of a comfort, you know, like I kind of got past that hump of the stress of what these words made me feel. And I had to actually go within, you know, like how some people say, like, you know, go into your demons or whatever, find your demons, so that you can push past that. So I would go within and think about, okay, why are these specific words triggering me? And I realized it's because I had this assumption that I wasn't good enough, that I didn't deserve this. And so there's the thunder again. I don't know if you could hear it. It's quite loud. So I had the assumption that, you know, nothing is really working out the way I really wanted it to because I don't think I deserve this. You know, for some reason I felt like I was not a good person when I felt like I was, if that makes sense. Like, I guess deep down, not that I wasn't a good person, but that I wasn't good enough for, like, you know, the person that I wanted, or the relationship that I wanted, or I wasn't smart enough to get this specific job that I wanted, things like that. But after I started writing things down, I started seeing shifts. Well, first of all, it started within. I actually started to feel the shift. I felt like, wow, like I feel a little bit more confident, and I feel good about myself, and I actually like myself, you know? Okay, I mentioned that there was thunder and lightning, and I lost all the power for a minute there, so the lighting kind of just went. I think I'm back on okay. So you're probably gonna hear more thunder out there. Anyways, I lost my train of thought. I forget what I was talking about, but yeah, basically, whatever you believe is the truth. So I don't want you to ever feel like you're not doing something right, because you're always manifesting anyway. You are doing it right. You just might be thinking the wrong thing, or the thing that you don't want to be thinking about. You know what I mean? You're focusing on what you don't want. So think about it. Let's say, okay, you want an apple, you don't want an orange, right? So you want the apple, but you keep thinking about an orange. You keep thinking about an orange. You're going to get the orange because that's what you're thinking about, even though you wanted the apple. So I hope that kind of makes sense in your thoughts. So if you're thinking about, you know, I'm not good enough. Oh yeah, that's what I was talking about before, like how I felt like I wasn't really good enough for whatever it was that I was trying to manifest. So if you keep thinking about, you know, that you're not good enough, then you're going to get people and situations and events that are going to prove that to you. It's like the universe is saying, okay, you don't think you're good enough? Well, then here it is. And it's just going to throw it all on you. And that's what happened to me for many, many years. You know, I don't think I've talked about this on my channel, but I had depression like many, many years ago. And I thought, okay, this is my life. Like, this is how I'm going to be forever. But I got out of it, and I did that all from within first. Trust me, it wasn't because of medications and therapy and all that other stuff. It was because I started thinking, no, you know what? I'm a good person. I started, you know, affirming things. I'm a good person. I have a big heart. I am loved, even if I felt like I wasn't at that time. And if anybody's going through depression, you might understand what I'm talking about. Even, you know, you could have 100 people around you loving you, but you will feel alone. So I kept affirming, you know, that I'm very loved, and I'm appreciated, and I'm respected. And by doing that, and I started saying, like, you know, my mind is healthy and strong. I always think positive thoughts. Anyways, and I started to feel more energetic. And then people started showing up for me how I wanted to be treated. You know, I had loving friends that were there, very supportive. Not that I didn't before, but I mean, I had different people showing up for me in ways that I needed at that time. And I started to really feel like, okay, I guess I do have a lot to offer, you know, because I used to tell myself, I don't have anything to offer, you know, nobody's going to love me the way I want to be loved, blah, blah, blah. Then I started realizing I do have a lot to offer. You know, I'm an intelligent woman. I'm a good person. I'm a hard worker. And then only when I started to really feel that was when I started seeing the changes. And I did feel it. So feeling is so important. I talk about this all the time. Neville says it. Feeling is the secret. However, some people have manifested things solely on affirming and visualizing or scripting. But I do still think that there's the feeling there, because like, if you write down really loving words about yourself, it's going to create that feeling inside of you. You know, you're not going to be writing, I'm a beautiful person, and be like, oh, you know, like all angry and thinking the opposite. You know what I mean? So when people say that, oh, I didn't really feel it, I believe that they did. They might not have been aware of it, but I do believe that they did feel it. So like people who aphantasia, who they can't really visualize, like when they close their eyes they might just see gray. I actually get that sometimes. Sometimes I can't actually see what it is that I want to see in front of me. It'll be more like a shadow of, you know, whether it's a person or a situation. But it's okay, because I'm still creating in my mind, you know, like my mind knows what it wants. Like let's say I'm thinking about, you know, a big house that I want to buy in the future. I'll be visualizing, you know, like walking in the front door and stuff, but I might not actually see the front door, you know, like the doorknob, but I will imagine my hand going and opening it. So it's like I have that sense of it. So whatever works for you, whatever you truly believe is the truth, whether it's positive or whether it's something that you do not want to see. So don't let anybody make you feel otherwise. Even on my channel, if I say something that worked for me, it doesn't mean that you have to do it that way or my way. Because I'm just sharing with you what worked for me in case you want to try different things, and it might work for you as well. But I do know that the feeling is very important. So anyways, I rambled enough. And I think I might be losing power again soon, so I'm gonna hop off of this video. Thank you so much for joining me today. I really love all of you. Thank you for supporting my channel. I appreciate each and every one of you, and I intend that this message helps you. My video will clarify some things for you and help you get to your manifestation a little bit easier and quicker. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them down below in the comment box and hit the little bell icon so that you can see when I put up new videos. I also have a Facebook page, Love Your Life with Lianne, on Facebook. So if you want to come and join my page, you know, and maybe we can create a little community on there, and we can all support each other. So thank you so much. Have a beautiful day.